Hello, I'm Mr. B from Full-Time RV Life with Cat and Mr. B. And this next little video that's coming up is some clips that I put together when we were in Red Bay, Alabama having our service done of all the Tiffins that were there. So you'll be riding around in the car with me, and we'll be going to the little different places, and we'll be looking at all the Tiffins. Hope it's not too boring, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. So get ready, here comes all the Tiffins. This is coming into Red Bay, Alabama, where we've been for the last few weeks, getting our Tiffin Big Red serviced, and some new shoes, some tires. And I thought I would just ride you around today in this little town of Red Bay, which is only a few miles from the town I was born in, and just a few miles from Muscle Shoals, where I grew up in and went to school. Excuse me. We used to play Red Bay, and in high school they were always pretty good. But Tiffin, all the Tiffins you ever see, Tiffin motorhomes, are made right here in Red Bay, Alabama. And right now it's a busy time of the year because everybody's up here getting service done and getting their maintenance done for the summers to go on their trips. So I'm going to just ride you around and show you there's hundreds of Tiffins here, and there's about 4 or 5 or 6 parks. It even goes over into the Red Bay's right on the Mississippi state line, and it goes right over. They have parks over there too. So I'm going to ride you around for a little bit and just let you see how many Tiffins are here and how many lots, and we'll look at some of the ones that are in progress where there's nothing but just a frame, a chassis, and a steering wheel and a motor. But this is the little town of Red Bay, and there's not too much here. There's a McDonald's, a Jack's Hamburgers, and a Piggly Wiggly, of course, on the left, and a Dollar Tree, and a Dollar Tree Market, a Dollar General Market, which I didn't know they had, but they do have one that's right there on the right. This is Main Street, and off of all these streets are places to park RVs to wait to get to go to Tiffin to get your RV serviced. As a matter of fact, we're meeting one coming head on, and they have a little park right here, and a little museum, a bank, just a little main street here, with a little hotel. But and they have a little museum. This is the hometown of Tammy Wynette, if you're a country music fan like me. And I'm gonna take you, no, that's not it. I thought it was the, okay. And they also have, they don't have very many restaurants here. They have a yacht club over at one of the, there goes a Tiffin. This is the main where they put them together. I'm not gonna be able to go past the gate because you have to get permission to do that right now. But I'll show you some of the stuff that's going on. There was some parked right back there, and you can just see what you see. And there's one on the left, and they won't let me go past the gate, but you can just come here, and you can. They used to have tours. Now I don't know what they're doing now with tours, and but there's where they work on a lot, and that's the visitor center. And so let's go find some more. We'll go find some more Tiffins because they are everywhere. I'll go show you one of the parks we stayed in. Oh, we moved once. There's Tiffins over there on the left. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right over there, and they're just waiting. There's one little park right back here. This is where we found RV. I can go right on red. This is where we went to the wrong park when we first got here. And that's how we met RV Texas y'all. Any of y'all that watched RV Texas y'all online, they have a YouTube channel. They're from Texas, but they were here, and we could not believe it. And we went to dinner with them, I think, 3 times. We played games, but we came to this park right here first. And these little parks, they don't charge very much, like $20 a night or something like that. And they have full hookups. And we pulled our Tiffin in right here, and we were asking because we thought this is where we were supposed to be, but it wasn't. It was, and Kathy got out to ask instructions, and there we saw their red Jeep that had RV Texas y'all on it, and we couldn't believe it. And so then Kathy was talking to them, and she recognized their dog, Star, and she said, "Hey, Star," and Tom came out. It's Tom and Stacy. And when I found out it was them and I got out of the coach, I just ran up and grabbed and hugged their necks. I probably scared them to death. They said, "Who is this guy?" But I'm a hugger, and so I gave him a big old hug, and we became instant friends. And so we went to dinner 3 times, got together and played one of the games that we love to play called Vegas, and we had a lot of fun. And now I'm going to take you to the one where we was really supposed to be, and it's not but about I guess it might not even be a mile. And they have a big star here coming up on the right, and they have the Sunshine Dog Food Factory, and you can get free. It's where they make dog food, the Sunshine Dog Food, right by the railroad tracks. And I said, and we're stopped at a red light, and I'll just keep talking. My first job was at a Big Star when I lived in Muscle Shoals. When I was about 14, I was a bag boy, and I could walk right up from my house to work. And so they still have Big Stars, and they have every day they have smoked meat. They have smoked brisket, they smoke chickens, they smoke pork tenderloins, they smoke wings, and the prices are unbelievable. They had a whole smoked brisket in there yesterday. It was only 15 bucks. They have some of the best sushi you ever tasted. Who would have knew? Then I guess they smoke meat every day, and when you walk in, it just smells so good. And because they don't have too many grocery stores here, but so we've shopped at the Big Star quite a bit. And here on the over here is the Sunshine Dog Food Factory, and they make dog food. And one of the guys that was in one of the campers or RVs that would park next to us, he said he went in there and they gave him a tour and gave him free samples of his dog's favorite treats. So he got a bunch of those and bought some. And they have a little drive-in here on the right, Cardinal Drive-In, but it's not open on the weekends. And every once in a while they'll open up at 4 o'clock on the daytime, and they'll put a sign out there, and it's just covered up. But it's not open very often, and we have not been there. Okay, so coming up over here on the left is the first park that we stayed in. And we'll go in here, and this is where we stayed first, and it had full hookups. And we met some real nice friends that we've been to dinner with once. There's a red just like ours. Yep, it's just like ours. I think same color. Yep, it sure is. Larry, another Larry, and Michelle, and we're going to dinner with them tonight, which is our last night here. But as you can see, there's Tiffins everywhere, and there's a little red part right next to them. And so there's about, I think, 10 spots in there. get service. So here we go. You're getting to discover the big city of Red Bay. And as you can see, there's not very much traffic, and most of the traffic is Tiffin's. Ooh, I got my toothpick in my mouth. I'm glad the camera's turned around though. Can't be hollering at me because I had my toothpick in my mouth, picking my teeth. Okay, here we go. Everything's close here because it's not very big. All right, and they have detailing services. We got our motor coach detailed yesterday, all waxed and shined and washed and shined. They cleaned the roof. They hand wash it, hand wax it. They polish the wheels. They did an excellent job. Worked on it for about 4 hours. And then there's a place over here you can bring. They came out to where we were parked and did a detail. But you can bring it right over here, and they detail them every day here. And I'm coming up on the right. As a matter of fact, they're detailing a couple right now. As you can see there, we'll pull in there a little bit, and you can see they're working on them. Working on a big, looks like a Tiffin Allegro open road. And then here is the Tiffin Service Center. And they have a little store that you can go in and you can buy any part, anything like you need for your motorhome. And they have good prices, and you can shop every day. And this is one of the bigger parks, and we'll show you how many's in here. There are a ton of Tiffins in here of every size and shape, and they have full hookups here, and you just wait here till that you get a number. When you come, you get assigned a number, and then they'll give you a call and they'll tell you to come. I'll show you the bays that they working on them. They'll be working on them right now. They give you a number and they call you and tell you to bring your coach and to go into bay number so and so, and then they have a waiting room, and you go wait. And like with our coach, you get 3 hours to fix what things you want to fix. And so, as you can see, they're just lined up. I'll go back down the other side, and you can see. But first, I'll take you and let you see the bays where they work on them. This is probably the most Tiffin you'll ever find in one spot. And I don't think they'll let me go back there in the bays because that's where they're working. But if you can see, it's just, there's a ton of them. I'll turn around and show you. I'll try to show you all the bays. There's just sitting there waiting to go in. And I'll get down here where I can see a bay. Well, I'll go down and come back up the other way because I'm not supposed to go that way. Am I supposed to go this way? Yeah, I can go this way, I think. No, I'm not supposed to go that way either. Yeah, I can go this way. Okay, that way you can see the front of the ones we just went by. Okay. Well, they're on both sides, as you can see. And there's all different kinds, all the way from the gas models to the diesels. Most of them are diesels. And you got them that some of them are the Zephyrs, which cost a ton of money, and most of them cost a pretty good bit of money. Tiffins are a nice motor coach. And there's the little general store, and everything in Red Bay opens at 7 a.m. and closes at 3 p.m. They close for an hour to go to lunch. And here's the Allegro Club, and this is the back row, and this, maybe we can see some bays over here. And let's see, yeah, we can see some bays over here where they're working on them. And what they're doing is just doing it. If you have something want to repair, they'll put you in a, like we had a regular microwave, so we had a convection oven put in, and there's the bays over there, as you can see. That they're working. There's bay 47. There's bay 5, 6, and you see there's Tiffins in there, and they usually got 2 technicians in each one, and they work on and do whatever you need them to do, and then you go home, and you can wait, and they don't mind if you want to watch what they're doing. You can stand there and watch them if you want to. But I don't know what happened. Something popped up on my phone and my finger touched it. But there's more bays. They have just a ton of bays working on the Tiffins. Have them lined up waiting. Okay. And I hope I'm getting all this. I hope I'm not boring you, but this was really fun to me to see this video. And I'm not done yet. There's more. No, they're saying no. It can't be more. There's more. They're everywhere. And I'm not even going to go to. I'm not even going to go to Mississippi, which is right across the line, where they have about 5 more of these parks where people are waiting to get over here and get service. And that's why we had to stay up here a little while, because you just have to wait till you can get in. And this is maybe one of the busiest times of the year. Okay, all right. Okay. And you find them from everywhere, all the way from Washington, California. Well, I don't know if anybody's from Canada, but I don't know if they can come across the border right now. But okay, I'm gonna turn this off, and then I'll be back in a moment. All right, I'm back. It's Mr. B, RV Life with Cat. Mr. B, but Cat's not here. She's at home talking to her mentees and making videos, and I am out goofing off, showing you all the Tiffins here in Red Bay, Alabama. And I think there's some I'm going to show you some of the places where they're working on them, and I'll go show you some more parks. And here we come up to a street. That's not the street. I wanted to go down the other street. But oh yeah, look over here. This lot is full. Now that's the plant where they are just lined up. I think I'm going here. Maybe I won't get in trouble. I just wanted to show you they're just lined up here. Cool. It's kind of. This is where all the employees. Tiffin is one of the largest employees in Red Bay. I'm not going to go all the way down there, because that is all they can see from here. But there's another road that I took that showed where they were working on it. Let me go see if I can find it. Just like in all the neighborhoods, everywhere there's Tiffins everywhere. See, it's just a regular, it looks like a regular neighborhood. nice neighborhood. Nice and quiet, peaceful. Ooh, don't look at those Auburn. Don't look at those Auburn flags. That's the only one I've seen. Roll Tide. Yeah, here we go. All right. This is pretty interesting. To me, it was. There is two. There are two. I don't know if you can see those. Maybe you can. Let me take the camera down. Okay. There is two Tiffins with just the wheels, the frames, and the motors. Those would be gas models. And we'll come up here, and here's where they're putting them together. Actually building them and putting them together in there. And here's some more. And these will be diesels because, as you can see, let me get mine. As you can see, the engines are in the rear, which all the diesels are in the back. The gas models in the front. And there's just tons. Well, this is what they do with the brand new ones. And they're just lined up, one right after the other. There's a new Breeze. There's a new Allegro Red, which is what we have. Allegro Red, Allegro Red. There's an Allegro Plus. Tiffin Breeze, Allegro Red, Allegro Red. These are brand new. And then there's some open road gas models. There's the open road red. There's one that hadn't been painted. I wish I could drop that. It just had the primer on it. I want to get that fabulous paint job. They're places where they're working on them, putting them together. Which is what they're doing all over Red Bay. There's one that hadn't been painted yet. Part of the everything that goes on. Yeah, a lot of people work here. Okay. See, that comes out right by the drive-in that I was telling you about. The little drive-in, which is not open on the weekends, just opens at 4. As you can look at the sign, we welcome it. We will open at 4. But they don't open every day at 4. All right, let me put this thing back in here. Okay, we're back on Main Street. And I'm going to take you to two more parks where there's more RVs waiting to be serviced. And just hanging out and having a good time. This is a little nicer park over here where we're staying now. And they have a restaurant called the Yacht Club, and they have really good food. Have a fishing pond, and I fished, and I caught about a 3-pound to 4-pound catfish one evening, and then a smaller one the next day. That's all I caught. I think they feed them. But anyway, so this is not very far from where we just saw all those other Tiffins, and about less than a half a mile straight up the road there, the Mississippi line is. And then there's more parks over there, but I'm not going over there. So this is one of the lots that's waiting. This is called Red Bay RV Park. And there's 2 rows, I think, in here. RVs. Tiffins waiting to be serviced. And they will service other, but you don't see most of the things you see here is Tiffin, because these were where all the Tiffins were built. And as you can see, maybe you can see, if I got it tilted right, there's all different kinds of Tiffins again. have full hookups, so you can you have electricity, water, and the sewage. And these little parks with where the gravel are, I think they're about $20 a night, which is pretty reasonable. And these parks, when we first got here at the First Fable, there's a nice coach with an Alabama on the front of it, Roll Tide. These parks were full. There were no spots. I couldn't even get into this other park over here. That's why we had to go over there and stay at the other park. Now we'll go down the back row. That's nice. Okay. Can you see anything? I don't know. I'm an amateur vlogger, and well, now these spots, see, they left their stuff, so that means what they've done is gone to the bay for their service. Now they'll come back after they get done. See, they've left their hoses and some of them have left their chairs, and that's what that's why those spots are empty, or usually it would be full. Okay. Now we'll go, that's a beautiful coach there. Totally beautiful. Now we'll go and show you where Kat and I are staying for tonight is actually our last night. We're going to get up in the morning. We're going to head back to Florida. We're going to spend the night, stay over. We've already got a place booked in Dothan, Alabama. And then we'll be at Stagecoach RV Park in St. Augustine on Saturday. Back home to Florida to see all of our beautiful children and our grandchildren. And some of them are there anyway. Alright, and there's a place right there. They work on all the awnings if you need to get your awning fixed. But this is Red Bay Acres. It's got a little general store. They have all kind of stuff in there for your coaches, and they have fishing stuff. And then there's the restaurant. It's called the Red Bay Yacht Club, and this is all pavement and all concrete spaces with picnic tables, full hookups. And let me see if I can get this off of here, and we'll turn it around that way. There's the yacht club. There's a nice lady walking her dog, and that's the restaurant, and it's open right now. And then there's the pond, and at night they have lights on the docks that are like purple, and they all lit up, and it's really pretty in here. We've been having some pretty sunsets. But here's all the RVs in the different spots, and then I'll take you around and show you where, if you look off, let me see, if you look off in the distance, and let's see if I can do any times on here, and you pull up and you see the one with the, yeah, there she is. Yep, she's the one down there that's the blonde, kind of brown. But I'm gonna pull over because somebody wants to get by, I think. And he was trying to get in his spot, and I was blocking him. He's probably saying, what is that guy doing? And but all these people are just waiting to get their service. And then when they get their service, a lot of them will leave. Sometimes they have to go back more than once. And then they well, I'm lost for words, if you can believe that. And then once they get all their stuff done, then they usually leave. But but everybody gets to know each other, and it was such a weird thing that happened because we didn't know who had owned our coach before. And yesterday, 2 doors down from us, a guy came walking across and said, that was our old coach. So he there she is, all shined up and pretty. And he said, that's our old coach. And they were from Washington State. And if you can believe that. And he said, that's our coach. And when did y'all buy it? And so he told us all about it. They were a great couple. And I'll go around and show you the rest of these right quick. And my neighbor was looking at me like I was weird because I went past my RV and waved at him, and he thought, who is that guy? Oh, am I not supposed to do that? Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, hopefully you can see that they're just lined up one right after the other. All kinds. There's an Allegro red, and that's an Allegro bus. That's an Allegro red, and that's a Phaeton. I used to say Phaeton, now it's Phaeton. And there is never saw one that color before. That's a beautiful coach. Okay, and then there's the doggy park and the little games and place. You can walk and play with your dogs. We don't have a dog. And, all right. So, that is not all of them, but I'm not going to Mississippi, and which I'm sure you're happy. But let me see if I can turn this thing around and say goodbye. Hey, I hope that wasn't too boring for you, traveling around Red Bay, Alabama with me, going on all those different streets, showing you all the Tiffins. I had fun making the little video. Thought you might enjoy it. Just remember, I'm an amateur vlogger. I guess they say vlogger. Is that what they say? Vlogger. Anyway, we'll be making some more videos real soon, and I hope to see you on the road someday, and always have happy trails. See ya.